being open to collaboration. And I know here at CC Network, they're constantly doing things in the community, from free workshops to, engaging things like podcasts and film and TV. And we want to continue to support you guys and make sure that you thrive as well. So, here today, my name is Elva Trevino. I'm the founder of a business called Champions Club, which has made a lot of headway here in Houston when it comes to health and also entertainment. I've locked arms with the city of Houston with multiple nonprofits, the latest one being leading the community partnerships as director for that through the IEP, the International Entertainment Partnership. And we'll talk more about why health and entertainment are important, but today it's not about us. We wanted to highlight a few women from multiple corners of Houston here today. So let's go ahead and just say a quick blurb on who you are, what you do, and why you're excited today.
Okay, awesome. Hi, my name is Abby Torres. I am the owner of Bare Beauty Aesthetics. It is a body contouring clinic. We are in the southeast side of Houston. We're in the Webster area. So what we do is I educate clients as well as people who are trying to open up their own body contouring business. I guide them for that. And another thing that we do there is we also take male. We are male and female. However, we do specialize in the female body. We do skin tightening, cellulite reduction, anything to embrace your curves already. And that's one of the few things that we do there at the clinic.
Love it. So she'll be helping us the beauty aspect of our community and how that can really enhance a lot of what we're doing out there. And then next we have this lovely lady. I love your crown, by the way.
Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Katherine Navarro, and I am from Venezuela. I do PR working, so I work with artists, taking their career and having their positive image. So right now I'm working with Jay Navarro. He's a Latin Grammy Award winner. And I do too a little bit of beauty. In a different part of the beauty business, I do makeup and some hairstyle, and that's it.
It's engaging with public relations and marketing today. Thank you for that. And last but not least,
my name is Karina Nistal. I am a performer, singer, songwriter, and actor. I have a band called the Cosmic Cats, and I've just been performing my entire life. So we play Latin, pop, hip hop, electronic music, and you can find us online, karinanistal.com.
I love the shameless plug. Well, I'm so glad you guys, this is the first time that they've met here today. So this is the kind of stuff that we love, is really elevating people and their stories and learning about what they do, but also why is it important to highlight here in Hispanic Heritage Month, which, this month has been crazy in Houston with events. So starting with you, being a Latina and being Hispanic, right? We've all faced our challenges when it comes to growth, breaking some of the mindsets that sometimes our culture can, be with the best intentions for, but also kind of holding us back, right? I think everyone in here in this room can agree that no matter what you're pursuing, whether it's business or something creative, whether it's just a vision of your family, like I know this studio here today is 3 generations strong, which is incredible because one man's vision is helping to really domino effect in the community multiple generations later. But talk to us about some of the challenges that you've experienced in your business, representing this industry. What challenges did you experience as you were growing, and how did you overcome them?
Okay. Oh man, I've had so many challenges. I've been in the industry for about 14 years now. However, as a business owner, it's been 4. It's about to be 5 in a few months. So with that being said, I've experienced pretty much every challenge growing up, not only Latino, but a woman. We are expected to take care of everybody around us, right? I think one of the hardest things for me was really learning how to balance family and being a business owner. At home, I'm expected to serve, right? That's what you're supposed to do as a Latino. You put everybody in the bath before yourself. Everybody gets ready, you feed everyone. And then if there's some time, you get some time for yourself, right? So it was very hard at the beginning, having to still meet those expectations at home. And I also was trying to build a clientele and trust at work. And it was very hard to pretty much be the very best in both. So I want to say that was one of my biggest struggles, having to learn how to balance being a mom and also, being a business owner and doing networking events. Being a business owner is not just showing up to work and owning the business, it's having to do things like this. Not necessarily bringing, my child or, So little things like that really, they used to affect me a lot mentally. So I want to say that that's one of the biggest challenges that I went through in learning. And to this day, I'm still learning how to balance both out, because I do go through seasons where I'm work. And then there's seasons where because of that, I feel a little guilty. And then I'm a full-blown mom and I lack at work. So it's very hard to learn how to balance, but it's definitely possible.
That was a very transparent and real answer. Thank you for that. And I'm sure people in the audience can relate. I know I can. And raise your hand if you've ever struggled with just balance, personal and family life. I think that's at least like 60, 70% of the room. And the rest of you, I'm sure you've been there at some point. So let's move on. And same question. So, throughout I've seen you get engaged. I've seen you, when I first met you, you were helping your now husband, Grammy Award winner, Jay Navarro, to get out there and to get into the network of Houston, being that you guys had just moved from Florida, I believe. So tell us a little bit about some of the challenges you faced while juggling, being Latin American. You have fearlessly gone into markets, and also with his music alone. I mean, being Venezuelan and going towards norteño type music is unheard of. So I love stories like that. But how did you overcome some of those challenges too?
Yeah, I will back up what she said. I mean, the balance is really hard. I would say that's one of the things. But in my case, I wasn't born here in the US. I moved 13 years ago. I came here, no English. So my first challenge was learn the language, because even though we're in Texas and we speak a lot of Spanish, we have a lot of Spanish speakers over here, we're in the US. So we need to speak English. So that was the first thing. After that, I went to school again. I'm a journalist too. I did photography, and then I decided to do the PR, and then the challenge starts. So you have to meet people, you have to get up there. You have, again, Spanish speakers, but you have mostly English speakers. So for me, that was a challenge. And like Elva said, to sell somebody that is from Venezuela, a Spanish speaker, and he sings Mexican music is kind of hard, but appealing. So people will be like, ooh, and then whoa. And then when they hear him singing, everything is done. So after that, it's not that hard. So the language, I would say. After the balance, the language. I'm a full-time mom too. So I'm a full-time mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. My mom has been through really bad health issues right now. She's struggling with cancer. So we are we have a full play right now.
Yeah, and I can relate. My dad's fighting cancer too, and in the transparency today is so important. I just maybe spit a little bit, but we're gonna ignore that. Coming into another country and just dominating a space, that'd be like any of us going to Europe and saying, hey, we're going to make it here. We don't necessarily know people. We don't necessarily know sometimes what we're going to do, but you're doing it. You're well respected in the community for a lot of different reasons, even prior to Jay and you guys coming together. And I just really want to honor that, because the Latino community is always about family and trying to make sure that sometimes when we have these little hiccups and struggles, it gives us a lot bigger of a purpose on why we're doing the things that we're doing. And there are a lot of people in this city that quiet down some of those visions and what their heart really is set on. But I want to just tell you, like, listening to these ladies, if there's something in your heart and you're not pursuing it, the challenges and the need to be resilient is always going to be a part of it. So don't shy away from that, because at the end of the day, your family needs you. And maybe yours isn't hit by cancers, or maybe you guys don't have kids, but can we get ourselves in a position to be ready for anything at the highest levels? And so that's really important, right? Let's go over to Karina, because I know you have a crazy story. And so let us know about some of the challenges as an entertainer being Latin American.
Yeah, so as the ladies mentioned previously, just being a Latina, also being an artist, being a woman, it's been challenging just to be seen, to be heard, to grow following. You have to constantly be networking in our line of work and entertainment, as you guys know, and just getting out there and meeting people and having that following that you're growing, because you constantly have to grow your following. You constantly have to be shaking hands and kissing babies and playing. And when you retract from doing that, and when you are maybe working on a record or you're just taking care of family, it gets a lot more challenging and people just forget about you, So that's been some of the challenges as an artist.
And for those of you who don't know, the arts in Houston are getting a lot of a spotlight right now. And so we're really encouraging people in every kind of the arts to keep going. There's so many different resources right now that the state of Texas is really working on that started coming right after the pandemic hit. And, when you're in the arts, it's harder because you're not just establishing a business, a brick and mortar. You have to stay true to those passions and that creative mindset and outlet to get the job done. So I just really want to applaud you for pursuing entertainment. You've actually been submitted, I think, recently into a category for the Latin Grammys. Is that right?
Yes.
What was the category again?
Oh, I'd have to look it up.
They have some long ones out there.
It's the reggae category.
I love it. So, we'll be able to provide you guys with links to follow these ladies, but keep going. We can't wait to see you actually get that and to join Jay on some of the alumni rooms that they have. I know it's coming back around. Now, in the beauty industry, we know that this is a whole different mindset. We've got some vendors here today, and we're highlighting all different types of, trinkets and perfumes and clothing and so food and so many great things here at CCN. Tell the people who are maybe pursuing business or their first business, what advice would you give to them? Because, I went to your facility earlier this week, and I mean, it's amazing. Not only is she getting most of her following for her business via social media, we talked about how a lot of that business is coming in from that, which is kind of hard to do. But what advice would you give to someone who's trying to pursue beauty that maybe you didn't have at the time when you first took the leap to pursue this business?
Okay. As far as beauty or just any business, the beauty business?
Beauty, but both. Yeah.
Okay. I would definitely say look for mentors, somebody that you look up to. I always say look for that one, in my case, that one med spa, that one clinic, or that one surgeon that I wanted to be like, and just follow their every move. A lot of the times you are going to have to do some free work, right? There comes some, I feel like for success comes with some sacrifice, right? So for me, I had to sacrifice a lot of free work, not only on other people, like me, them allowing me to do their body, right, with no cost, but also a lot of free work of me actually calling, plastic surgeon facilities and saying like, hey, I'm available Monday through Wednesday. Let me know if I can shadow you. And a lot of them would, they don't need to be paying someone $40 an hour if they're gonna have me walking around for free. So that was really nice. I got a lot of hands-on experience that way. But definitely I would say pick someone that you look up to. Most people that are already at the top are more than willing to help. And especially a lot of people that are already at the top need the help, right? And it's always nice to be able to save some money. So some internships will help. And then not only that, it'll allow you to see, do I really want to sacrifice family time for this? Am I really meant to be a business owner? Because there's nothing wrong with not being a business owner, right? This isn't for everybody. Some people are meant to be employees and some people are meant to be business owners. So I feel like it's okay to sacrifice that time because it'll also give you, the real, like the truth of what it's like to be in those shoes, right? So I would definitely say pick your top 5 of the industry that you want to be in, call them, reach out, and a lot of them are going to be more than willing to help.
That's really valuable advice. So thank you for that. I know a lot of times we don't think about mentors. We're not taught that. If you start in the beauty industry working for someone else, and maybe you find a great boss who will show you the way. But the reality is a lot of times when you're pursuing business, it's kind of like a free range chicken. Like we're like, okay, where's the cage? We don't know what direction to go. And then we get caught up in reinventing the wheel when in reality, success leaves clues, right? We can always find our way to duplicate things at work and also learn to innovate, especially in these times. I'm going to be very honest, guys. People out there, even at the highest and lowest levels, they're still figuring it out. There's always another level. There's always another way for you to collaborate, cross industries, learn from each other, even if you're not pursuing the same things. But the mindset of the leader and what it takes to get to the levels that most of you guys in this room want to get to, it requires self-development and growth in that. And so when you're willing to take courage, not just to start a brand, but also to ask for the help and to make sure that that person or people align to where you really want to go and how you want to get there. As an example, keeping family intact, or, maybe doing it with integrity or ethics. That's for you to decide. But we want to make sure that we're asking for help and we're looking up, because there are people out there in this community that want to see you win, right? So thank you for that. Same question. So let's talk about the PR side, marketing. we talked about you coming to the city and dominating. I mean, I've seen you guys everywhere on social media. And tell us a little bit about the advice you would give people who are pursuing that industry, because it's changing so much now, right? Between social media, traditional media, so many different forms. But what do you wish you would have known back then?
I would say just don't get discouraged because, most of the people or some of the people will tell you like, okay, you are dreaming, don't do it, do something else, work for somebody, get a $20 an hour job and everything like that because, this job is hard and you don't get paid monthly, you don't get paid weekly, you get paid if you work. So if you are willing to work really hard, do it. And if you want it, do it. If that's your passion, it's like you say, take the risk and see if you want to put your time on it, you want to risk to spend time with your family for doing that job, so do it. If you don't feel that that's what you want to do, don't waste your time. But if it is your passion and if it's something that you really, really want to do it because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work with people. It's a lot of work with social media, videos, everything we do. In our case, we do everything ourselves. We have somebody to record the videos. In some cases, we edit it. We record the video, we edit it. He does the voice, we edit. We do everything as of right now. And it's hard, but we love it. And that's why we do it. I have been doing it with her with him for 2 years, but he has been doing it for a long time. So we love it, it's our passion. I would just say, if you want to do it, don't get discouraged, don't listen to other people, just work for it. And that's it.
That's really good. And we all know that, some people are scared of PR because they don't understand it, right? But if you have a passion or business or something you're following, it will separate you. I learned a million years ago from Grant Cardone, which love or hate him, but he was a mentor of mine early on in business in 2012, I guess. And, he always talked about it not being the best product all the time, but sometimes the best known product. Well, you may have the best voice, the best beauty, but if people don't know who you are, then there's reasons that we need to kind of thrust you out in the marketplace. And even talking about PR marketing, beauty, sometimes we think about it being a feminine thing. The way you present yourself every day is marketing, the way we communicate, the way that we're dressing, and it's not about looking a certain facade, right? It's about being authentic to who we are and presenting that at the best visible image we can, right? Especially when it comes to getting your name and your business out there. And I love CCN because so many things that they've done have helped to stand out, from the free workshops and the beautiful graphics that they have. You'll have to check out their YouTube channels and podcasts and things that they've done. Their team has been so incredible as we hosted Houston's second annual Houston Celebrity Entertainment and Arts Soiree. They had over 500 icons from different levels of film and music and fashion. And it separates them because of the way that they're presenting themselves out in the marketplace. So just take note, but also save your energy and don't worry about the people who don't see your vision. A lot of times when people are going out there, they get discouraged because we open up too fast to the wrong people about what we're pursuing. Some of those things should be hush hush and just kind of do the work. And eventually you can show the result of that, right? So thank you for that. Now, lastly, with Karina, so I'm sure you have all kinds of advice with a lot of the pathway you've led towards entertainment, but what do you wish that people pursuing your industry would know now?
I would say stay motivated, stay hungry, believe in yourself. That's really important. Believe in your craft. If you're a writer, you have to write. If you're a songwriter, you have to keep writing, even when you think the songs are crap. You get some songs that are crap, and then you work your way up to the songs that are like, okay, that was pretty decent, and that was good. I like that, And get feedback from some of your peers, not everyone, like Elva said. So there's going to be those people that kind of crush your dreams. So have your go-to people, keep your circle small, and just say, hey, let me get some feedback on this song. What do you think? Don't go to the people that are always going to be like, oh, that was great. I love it. There's going to be people that will believe in you no matter what, but get some honest feedback. You have those people in your life that will be honest without crushing your dreams. So believe in yourself and stay driven.
I love that. And you said keep writing, and that's important. As we're actually working with Little Flip here in the city of Houston, helping to give away some record deals for the community, we saw a 10-year-old, and she made her first song, and it was a great production. I'll have to share it later with everybody so they can share. And it was the same advice, just keep writing. Because some of these things are also going to be a numbers game. And if we're scared to take that first step of rejection or fear of failure, Guess what, guys? If it takes 1,000 moments for you to feel that rejection, eventually it'll lead you to two things: a lot more success than when you started, and some thick skin for you not to worry about what that rejection will feel like in the future, right? We talked about that recently. So speaking of rejection, we're going to talk a little bit about, just really quickly, maybe one way that you have overcome rejection in your business. I know I didn't prep you guys for this one, but just one way that you feel like you've overcome rejection, and think about a moment that it was a little substantial in your company.
From a client, from
any standpoint that comes to mind.
That's a hard question. Yeah. Only because this is so bad because it's going to be on camera. So I don't deal with rejection very well. And what I mean by that is it's very hard for me to take no for an answer. I'll allow you to say no, go around it. So I guess the way that I deal with rejection is that I don't. I just don't. I don't take no for an answer. Like I said, I'll go around it. I'll pitch it again. There's a reason why it only took me 4 years to open up a clinic. And that's because I know that I'm meant to have not just one, but multiple. So I think it's more than anything believing in yourself to the point where you're not going to accept rejection. I know it sounds a little delulu, but that is the way that I've made it, by not necessarily accepting rejection. I think, that's really what it is. I don't necessarily deal with it. So that's probably bad. I don't know, maybe that's not the answer you guys were looking for, but as far as me, I don't deal with rejection.
No, that's actually a great answer, and especially because I mentor so many leaders. Tim Grover, it would say that you're relentless. It's about what we believe in our heart and pursuing that until the job gets done. We don't change the finish line, we just change the way we get there. And having a little of the delulu is important when it comes to pursuing businesses. You can't just take that first answer as the end-all be-all. Someone says your idea sucks, guess what? Their opinion does not dictate the future of your company or yourself. And so having that delulu is important to maintain, because sometimes we let people quiet it down when in reality, that's what's going to get you to the top. So beautiful answer. How have you overcome rejection?
Well, I will say, and I think Karina is going to agree with me, I'm not a singer, I'm not an artist, but I know pretty well the business, and we have rejections every single day. It's not something like, it's more done than the other, let's say it that way. And as you said, I don't deal with it really good, but I have been learning and try. And I will say keep doing it. When you knock one door and that door closed, 1,000,000 will open. You just have to keep knocking. Like you say, keep writing, keep knocking. You will have to find and try to get where you have to go. When we start, it was like he will go and sing one time. He will go and do one event once a month, once every 3 months. This week coming up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be busy Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in a week. So before it was like, again, one every 3 months, once a month, something like that. So you just have to knock and meet people and do it. You will get rejected, of course. Not everyone is going to say yes, but you will have your yes at one point.
No, that's good. And, it's just remove your emotion from the business entirely. The faster you can do that, the faster you can also look at just some of these things you're going to have to learn along the way. It's a part of it. So stop rejecting it. What about for you?
I definitely agree. And I love your term of delulu. I think that is spot on. And to be honest, you just have to have some immunity to it. There are going to be people that just don't want to mess with you, don't want to, help your work or promote you or support you. And for every, I don't know, 10, 100, I don't know how many, I just have learned to let it roll off my back. And that's kind of what you have to do as an artist, as a business owner, because you, in turn, can build stronger relationships with the people who do support you. So focus on the people that do support you as opposed to the ones who don't.
So good. It's always about the mindset shift. So really quickly, I know we're running out of time. Just let them know where they can follow you, your business, whatever you feel appropriate. And we're really excited you guys were here today. But where can they find you?
For me, on Instagram. I run most of my business through Instagram, and I'm pretty good about replying on there too. So if you guys want to find me, it's Bare Beauty Aesthetics 01.
Well, I know we'll be attaching it to this video as well. So if you're trying to look good, this is a time to start looking good for summer 2025. She can definitely get you there. What about
In
for
my
you?
case, Instagram too, it will be by Cari _ and to follow my artist, El Chamo Norteño, to @ El Chamo Norteño on Instagram too.
And they'll actually be performing at a Harris County event coming up this next week. So we know we're going to continue to see you guys everywhere. Where can they find you?
So, as I mentioned earlier, KarinaNistal.com. I am Karina Nistal or Karina Nistal Music everywhere. You can find me on your favorite streaming platform. And thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, my name is Elva Trevino. We were so excited that they were here to meet us. Make sure you follow our IEP Celeb Soiree page. We want to continue to pave the way for future celebrities in the city of Houston in film, fashion, music, theater, business, stakeholders, all the things. So on Instagram, it's IEP Celeb Soiree, and follow me, Elva Trevino. I'm the one in the pink dress on Instagram or LinkedIn. Talk to you guys soon, and thank y'all so much for being here.